Hi, my name is Anthony Hunt, and I'm here to talk about the Redux Group's new mentor program. I'm one of the relatively new agents here on the team, and I had the honor and privilege of being mentored by Cami Noble. I'm here to provide my insight and my opinion on how my training and mentorship went with her, talk about communication style, her coaching style, and her support throughout the entire experience. Let me just start off by saying that I've been a real estate agent now for a couple of years, and I came from a team that was not very supportive. I learned a little bit while I was there, but the mentorship and the training just was not on par with what I thought I needed to be successful in my business. When I came to Redux, that all got flipped on its head, and I just found this community of individuals who were willing to help, to train, and to make sure that not only was the team successful, but you were successful individually. And that is embodied in Cami. Cami and her support through my first few months coming onto the team. And I might add, I'm one of the first individuals to go through this mentorship program. So, there was some learning bits along the way, but Cami was there 100% of the time. I gave her a call, and maybe she wasn't available at that time, but she's like, let me call you in 10 minutes. Let me call you in an hour. I'm going to call you. And she called me every single time. And we talked through problems, and we talked through how to do the paperwork, and we talked through negotiation, and we talked through how to approach any of the situations that I was involved in at that time. I remember one particular instance where there was a pretty antagonistic kind of situation with another agent, and the agent was just trying to take full control and take the reins. And, I thought maybe I had it, but, I consulted with Cami. Cami was able to sort of level me down to a point where I was like, you know what, let me approach this from a different angle. And to have that mentorship and to have that experience coming from someone who I trusted and felt supported by was invaluable. In terms of communication, like I said, she is like she thought she's going to do something, she's going to, and she was clear about the messages that she was sending. She was asking questions. She was trying to delve deeper and figure out what the pain points were with my other clients and within myself and what I was trying to figure out. She communicated like the easiest I've ever been able to talk with someone, and I just loved her communication style. And in terms of her coaching style, she was so relaxed all the time. And let me just say, she was like my biggest cheerleader in my first few months at Redux. And it felt so good to have someone sitting there rooting for you and saying, yeah, go get him, Anthony. Yeah, woohoo. Like, let's go. I was so excited to have her doing that, and just to feel so supported in this network. It just felt good, and it made me want to get out there and do what I need to do to make sure that my business was successful. And at the same time, to have that accountability from somebody was what was like something I hadn't experienced yet in real estate. And to have someone sitting there like, hey, how did that meeting go? Hey, how is that offer going? Have you finished this? Have you done this? Like, making sure that I'm staying on top of things and not nagging and not kind of like being crazy about it, but just like, hey, how's that going? I want to make sure you follow up with me. Let me know how things are going. Can I help? Is there anything I can do? 100% of the time she was there. And I know that she had a lot of other business going on. And I know that she had other mentees that she was working with, but I felt like I was the only one in her universe at that time. And so I just want to say thank you so much to Cami for that support. I am 100 times better because of it. And I totally recommend the mentorship program to new agents or even maybe existing agents who've been there for a while and maybe need to have someone there to push you along. Call Cami. She'll help you out, I'm sure of it. But anyway, I just wanted to provide my own testimonial. That's my experience, not only with Redux Group in my first few months, but with Cami Noble as my amazing cheerleader and mentor. here in the Redux group. So great job, Kenny. Thank you so much. And I am looking forward to doing great business here in the years to come.